Hey everybody, it's Don with the Phoenix Flipper YouTube channel, and this is your weekly dose of what sold on eBay. Before we begin, please hit that like button down below and make sure you subscribe so that you can be notified weekly of the content that we post to our channel. So it was a great week of sales for us. Ever since the kind of the middle of March, I think everyone kind of knee-jerked, things kind of hit the skids, but as we slowly came out towards the end of the March, my sales really kind of skyrocketed, and they've exceeded what they were last year. Of course, like everyone else, we're selling puzzles, games, toys, all those things that kids need, families need to kind of keep them entertained while they're being sequestered in their houses. So our thrift stores have been closed for just about a week and a half, so not as bad as some other parts of the country. But we're still hitting those death piles. Mine's actually right here. It's getting a little bit low, but we're starting to get resourceful. I mean, take this time to really organize your business. Organize your inventory. Just today, I'm sitting here in my warehouse, my AKA garage, and this is where I do my my winter photos behind these clothes here. We actually moved that inside because it's going to start to get warmer, and this garage is going to get upwards towards 100, 110, 115 degrees. So we do all of our photos inside. So take this time to get organized. Order your shipping supplies. We just got a big order from the United States Postal Service. Deplete those death piles and really clean out those closets. Just today, I with my wife, we went through. She's a scrapbooker, and we went through some of her items, and we had these little Cricut cartridges. She's got about 20, 30 of these things, and each one sells for about $20, but she hasn't touched these in probably over a year and a half. So all right, for those that have watched my channel in the past, I sell a lot of toys, a lot of games, and especially right now with everybody kind of sequestered inside their houses, their kids are going stir crazy. They're looking for things for them to do, so they're buying up all the toys and the games, and I'm sure you've seen that in your store as well. If you really know what to look for, you really can make some good money. And when I go into a thrift store, I try to extract value out of every section of the store, from media to shoes to clothing to personal items and whatnot. And that's really what I try to feature in my channel here. And this first item was a toy. If you really know what to look for, this is actually Peppa Pig. It has a big following. I believe it's a PBS show that they show, and this was was in a bag. Probably paid about $4 or $5 for it. It's battery controlled, so it has sounds, and the train makes sounds, and the little car makes sounds. And I think I've actually featured this in a haul video. I'll put a link to it right up above so that you can kind of see me in action picking this thing up. But it sold for $35 with free shipping. It did just exceed the first class shipping, so it went priority. So I paid $10 to ship it out. But again, $4 into 35 minus shipping, still some good money there to be made. So keeping with the games, we bought these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Had a game board. It was limited edition. It looked to be complete, but I did disclose that I pictured everything. I said it was all right. The next item that sold, keeping with the games and keeping with the toys, these Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It was a limited edition with a game board. We did disclose that we couldn't guarantee that it was complete, but we did picture everything in the photos. It sold for $29.97 plus $8 in shipping. I believe we paid about $3 bought this up at a Goodwill. It was in the aisle where all the games are lined up, and I hit those sections every time I go in. I look for new items. A lot of times people buy board games and they won't open them, and then they'll donate them, so they'll be new in packaging. And these were actually used, but Yu-Gi-Oh cards have a good following, and really good profit for here, something to look out for. Next item I sold, this one actually
I paid up a little bit for this. I think I paid about $12 for this. It did take about a month to sell. Would I buy it again? Probably not, because the shipping on this thing, it was about 5 pounds, so the shipping was a little bit more expensive than I had hoped. But really cool. It was vintage Jurassic Park. This took this sold for $35 full price with $9.99 shipping. Again, I think the lady sent me an email just saying, hey, could you send this right away? My kids are sequestered, and they're looking for something to kind of keep them occupied. So again, if you've got toys in your death pile, definitely get them up, get them listed, and you'll make some good sales. Okay, all right, so baseball season is canceled, maybe. Here in Arizona, they're talking about potentially restarting the baseball season, like having all the games played in Arizona. Not sure how that's going to work, but people are still buying baseball. This was a majestic Chicago Cubs shirt, Fukudome embroidered on the back. I did buy this for $5, and we did feature this in one of our haul videos. Again, we'll put a link up to the video where we bought this at sale. We bought this with a Chicago Blackhawks jersey, which recently sold for us as well. So really good money in baseball. Keeping that theme, we sold a Baltimore Orioles Adam Jones 20th anniversary jersey. This one sold for full price, $69.97 with $8.99 in shipping. Again, keeping with that baseball theme, this one is actually a brand. It's a Bolo brand. Kind of be on the lookout for it. It's I find it here quite a bit in Arizona, but others tell me they never find it. It's a brand that the thrift stores don't really know about yet. It's William Murray. This happened to be a limited edition William Murray. It was a Chicago Cubs limited edition. It was beautiful. It looked like it had never been worn. Let's see if I can get the back here. Here we go. Back wasn't too exciting, but it had some some nice logos on it, some embroidery. Just a really nice shirt, and that brand has a following for some of your golfers out there. So this one, again, keep a lookout for William Murray. Bread and butter items. This one was kind of a vintage trefoil Adidas jacket. This one went overseas. I can't remember where it went to, but it went through the global shipping program. I sell a lot of these. These are bread and butter items. The thrift stores usually sell them for $9.99. We usually have a 20% coupon here. So probably into this for $7-8, and it sold for full price at $35 with $8.99 in shipping. So just something to be on the lookout for. You'll know that it's just not a regular Adidas. You'll look for this logo. It's usually embroidered. They put this on some of their older items. So just a really bread and butter type item to keep a lookout for. So. All right, next one. This one's actually kind of cool. I sell these from time to time if I can find them. There's a whole segment of the people that have this hobby where they kind of reenact the Civil War and some of the frontier times and whatnot. We actually have a small entertainment farm here where they once a year they do a reenactment of the Civil War, and people come and they camp out, and there's thousands of people, and people are really into this hobby. And I've sold a few things over the years. I think I sold a pair of leather boots that went for some really good money. They were really tall, and they had grommets, and they were Civil War type issue. This one I kind of stumbled across it. I kind of knew what it was once I saw it. It was in the men's section, but this was a Frontier Classic Western Pioneer shirt. It sold for $35 with $6.99 in shipping. I think the thrift store looked at it and they weren't sure what it was, and I believe I picked this up for about $6-7 at the thrift store. So keep your eye out for these older looking items. You'll see it has some really nice detail, metal buttons, really wavy sleeves. So keep your eye out for stuff like this. All right, next item that sold was this Greater Nutrition Kitchen food scale. We did feature this in one of our recent garage sale hauls. We picked this up. We actually picked two of these up. We picked one. Each of them were $5 a piece. This one sold for $38 with $10.99 in shipping. So these food scales, I can't say that I see these all the time, but this one was new in box, along with the other one I bought. So just real nice sale there. Real nice sale. All right, so I mentioned earlier that I really go into the thrift stores and I try to extract as much value as I can. And one of the things I do hit the bags across the back of the store. They usually stuff them with personal items and toothbrushes and hairbrushes and party favors and things like that. There's some really good money to be made along that back wall, and don't discount it. It's right before our thrift stores closed about a week and a half ago. I picked these up. Picked up 2 or 3 bags of makeup, and this was actually there's a bunch of the Cindy Crawford wrinkle creams and face creams and whatnot. This was actually, it looks bigger than it is. This thing was really small. It's got 60 capsules in it. It's sealed within the plastic. Just very unassuming. This thing sold for $45. It took about 3 or 4 days to sell, with free shipping, and I've still got a few bottles of other facial creams and whatnot. So make sure you hit those bags. They're usually $3, $4, $5 a piece, and just a really good thing to look for while you're at the store. So keeping with that, again, personal items, people are stuck in their houses. So knowing that, I looked for these diaper refills. There was a bunch of them at the thrift store. I picked 3 or 4 of these up. This is probably the second one that sold for me. $18.99 in shipping. I believe this went here locally, here in Phoenix. So the shipping was really cheap. It went first class because these things are super light. But I was into this for maybe $2, $3. And so these personal items, these new in packaging, just a really good items to keep a lookout for when these thrift stores open back up. So again, keeping with that theme, this was a great pickup. These were in a bag. These, I believe I paid $7. Again, in the back of the store. Bought this the same day that I bought that Cindy Crawford stuff. Wen is apparently a really sought after brand. This went overseas. I couldn't believe it because these things are kind of heavy. They are 16 ounces a piece, and they come with a little pumper to pump them. But these suckers sold for $53, free shipping. It went to through the global shipping, so I sent it to Kentucky, and $6, $7 into $53 minus shipping. That was a really, really nice score. So, and the last item, which was probably my largest profit item for the week. I couldn't believe I found these, but you've seen, those that have watched my channel before, Bose is one of those items that I just can't pass up. The speakers and the headphones and even the outlet adapters, the remote controls, anything with the name Bose on it sells. I've sold speaker mounts that are new in the package, and just this brand, do not pass it up. There is money to be made. I was at the thrift store. This was set in my store for about a month, but I looked behind the glass case, and someone, they had just stocked it. They put these in there, and I couldn't believe it. These were new in packaging, sealed, new in packaging. I believe I paid $7.99 for these. These guys sold just yesterday for $148. Again, going overseas, went through the global shipping program. I believe these were first class, but I shipped them priority just so I can get the insurance on them. So I shipped them to Kentucky. Did put them in a box, but probably shipping cost me about $10. So again, Bose is one of my favorite brands, and something definitely not to pass up. So thanks everybody for watching. some good news has come out recently. Hopefully, we'll start to kind of pull out of this thing that we're experiencing. I know my death pile is getting pretty small. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm hitting Facebook Marketplace and Offered Up and Nextdoor, just trying to make some local deals here to kind of keep my store active and keep my inventory up daily. So sales have been really good, and again, thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button. It really helps my channel. I love doing this and love sharing some of our Bolo items with you. So please subscribe, and everyone stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.